Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this today's session, we will see very interesting topic, which is very useful and important one for everyone. I can say like freshers, just college pass out students, or any experienced candidate, right? So because a resume is your obviously is your representative, right? It's a mirror for you. So whatever you have, qualifications, skills, and the capacity basically. So every employer refer your resume as a your mirror copy basically. So so based on your resume, they will shortlist you or reject you basically. Okay, so resume is one of the best things during the job application process basically. As you can see in the market, most of the organization focus on the advertising, right? They try to make more effective advertising for to attract the people, influence them, right? So this is the if you can consider yourself as a product, so you are no you we should try to learn how we can sell ourselves. Okay, how we can be more productive, and how we can sell ourselves with the better compensation, right? So same thing, as I said, for the people or people, or most of the organization focus on the advertising. They try to create more effective advertising to influence people, right, to get their business. So same thing, if you want to get the more better jobs, better opportunity from the market. Okay, so we as a candidate, we need to focus more on the resume basically, right? Because if we have a proper effective resume, then definitely there are more chances to get the jobs or resume shortlist at least. Okay, so if you have a proper resume, then obviously always all will go well, right? And if you have a not effective resume there, or we haven't focused too much on the resume basically, so there might be a less chance to get the profile shortlisted, right? So in this session we will cover about the most of the things, do's and don'ts. So just be with the end of video till the end basically, so you will get lots of helpful information, right? Okay, so let's get started. So first we will understand what is the resume basically. I just try to explain the definition basically. So just resume is basically your structured documents where all the information provides, right? Your professional experience, educational summary basically, background skills, or any experience and qualifications, right? So it's a structured document where employer can find the all the information on the your resume basically, before judging you actual in the in person, right? In person or virtual steps during the interview process. So before that, they just try to review your resume, and if they feel like yes, the candidate has very good resume, very good amount of skills, experience, and the background, tech stack details. So after that, once the resume is shortlisted, then you will get the call basically for the interview schedule, right? So resume is basically is a key tool in the job application process, which can help you to showcase your suitability and capacity for your particular role basically, whatever the roles. I'm not just don't take just an example for the DevOps or AWS or cloud engineer, right? You can take this will be suitable for all the sectors, IT, non-IT, or all the stuffs, right? So resume should be effective basically. Okay, and as I explained earlier, resume, obviously resume is your mirror kind of things, right? So to showcase your quality basically. Okay, educational and all the stuffs. So in that situation, the more important part is your resume should be effective basically. Because why it should be effective? Because the resume is your first impression, as we normally use word, right? Your first impression is your last impression, right? So similar way, if the HR team find the your profile is very effective, then only you will get the call, or there might be a maximum chances you will get the calls basically, in the from the crowd basically. Okay, because as of now in the today's time, you can see it's a similar to government job, right? If there are any one opening going on, so it then the HR team will get lots of applications. So same thing happening in the IT sector as well, because people are coming from the different backgrounds, non IT sectors like that, because they feel very there are very good amount of opportunity and package they will get in the IT sectors. So that is the reason we should focus on the effective resume basically, to just get out from the rat racing or crowd basically. Okay, so you should focus on the resume basically, it should be more effective. Okay, so this will help you to get the jobs or profile shortlisted very easily manner. Okay, and it plays very important role to get the jobs in the market. As I said, people are coming from the different backgrounds or the sectors, so you should focus on the your resume basically. Okay, just in short, I can say just show your skill basically. Sometimes people work more effective productive, but they can't express the showcase their self as in terms of in front of the client or team basically. So that is the similar things we should showcase ourselves to the market. Okay, otherwise we will not get too much opportunity or the things, right? I hope you understand. So I just try to just you know uh, draw this simple diagram basically how the application process. So if there are any opening, let me take the laser pointer here. If there are any opening in the IT sectors or any organization, so what will happen, HR team will circulate the openings or JD through the internet basically. Or if they try to find out, they will use some portal basically, Naukri or other hiring portal, job portal basically. So if they found like let's say take one example for this student, they find the suitable skill set according to their job role basically. So they will send basically email, so hey, we have opening for the DevOps, let's say for the example. So please send your resume for review. Okay, then the candidate who is a job seeker basically, they they directly don't come to the HR team, hey, just take my resume and just have it, okay, review it basically. So they will send the resume there basically to review. Okay, once the HR team feel like the resume is very good, the quality, capacity, suitability, and the qualifications basically, and the skill set, then you will get the call for the interview process basically. Okay, so that is the reason I am saying here your resume should be more effective, and the not the fancy type, but the keyword kind of thing, the tech stack details, skills here, you should be showcased in the proper template and the manner basically. Okay, just don't try to make your resume fancy, attaching the photo and the other logos and all the stuffs. Okay, you can just there are multiple templates in the professional template available in the market. You can use Canva or other there are AI websites as well. You can use that format template, ready-made template basically, or you can create your own by using Word or something document, right? So you can prepare create your resume basically. Okay, these are the process for the getting the calls. So now we will see about the do's and don'ts. Okay, so basically based on my experience basically, I'm just trying to collect the information, but there might be you have other thoughts process in the do's and don'ts. So you can just apply whatever you feel applicable. Okay, I'm just trying to explain what I feel according to my experience and the other friend circle experience. Okay, so I just try to add in this do's and don'ts. Okay, so in the do's part basically, you can add your full name. Okay, template might be you can use anything. Okay, I'm just giving the information here, how what things you need to add for the effective resume basically. You can add your name basically, mobile number, email ID, and LinkedIn profile link. And you should prepare your LinkedIn profile more effective. You can add all the tech stack details and proper information there. Okay, with the proper professional language. Okay, then add educational details. Okay, then certification, whatever you have, any major achievements you have done in your organization or in the personal, in the terms of technical things. Okay, or and add GitHub links. If you have any project details, you are writing any blogs, links, or any websites you are trying to writing basically for the blogs or small to complex projects, so showcase yourself to adding the links in the links. Or just if you can add GitHub, at least GitHub projects, you can just explain during the interview process, right? Then just focus on the keywords, keyword basically, whatever you have a tech stack skill set. So you need to focus on these main keywords basically, whatever the trending in the market, like DevOps, AWS, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, etc. Okay, so you can add these keywords. because keywords matter for the ATS tracking system. And add your professional experience, whatever do you have company work, okay, 2 3 4 whatever, okay. So you can just add the company and the duration over there, company name and the duration basically, and your job role basically, what is the profile there. Then add your roles and responsibility or task perform. You can just add in the like 2 tier architecture, 3 tier architecture projects, or whatever that you have performed the main areas you want to showcase, okay. Just don't try to add 100 of lines, okay. Just try to make the only resume your 2 pages, okay, not more than that. So just focus on the, just think before the adding the resume, just try to note down the very important part and add those only, okay. So don't try to add the lengthy create lengthy resume over there, okay. Just add the main things whichever the HR team might attract you, on this profile to get the shortlisted, okay. So add complex project details. As I said, you need to add the project detail basically. Sometimes people, what I observe from the people, they normally said we don't get the opportunity in the current organization. That is okay, because sometimes the company don't give such a project or role basically to handle such kind of situation. But as a personal things, you can just try to learn some small to complex project. You can take any example like AWS projects, Terraform projects, Kubernetes projects, okay. You can, or CI/CD pipeline projects. You can just get that, and you can just add the proper project in the GitHub, okay. As I said here, you can just create documentation and the video or whatever you have, any architecture diagram. So you can add that, and you can just explain in the resume basically in 1 or 2 line. So you have a work on this complex project or something, okay. So as I said, resume should not be more than 2 pages, because nowadays people, HR team have a very busy day and they will get the lots of resume basically. So they will not every time they will not go to every pages or line by line, because so just try to add in the 2 pages only for the resume. So last time I just taken one poll basically from the LinkedIn page, okay. So you can see here people 104 104 people over there, okay. And they choose how many pages should be there in the resume. So they selected most of the things are 2 pages, okay. So this is just for the example for you. So just make sure don't try to create lengthy resume basically, okay. So HR team might not be interested in the lengthy resume over there, okay. So add only necessary skills and content, okay. So don't try to put a very large amount of scales or line by line basically. Just try to add the main focus area, which is the trending and market need basically. Based on that, you can just add those skill set, okay. Yeah, as I said, add proper keywords basically, like the keywords, tech stack details, whatever the tech stack you aware about the or you have experience, right. So create ATS friendly resume basically. ATS is the best basically application tracking system nowadays. HR team use, or most of the organization use, to shortlist your resume basically. So in the next session we will cover this part, how to create a ATS friendly resume basically, okay. Use professional font and formatting for resume. So sometimes people, or from the freshers end basically, or sometimes people use sometimes fancy key font basically and the images. So just try to avoid that. Use only professional font and formatting for resume, okay. And add a professional summary at the top of the resume. When you find any resume template basically, on the top of the site you can add this for 4 5 line summary basically, okay. Then be honest with your resume and add only relevant information. So why I'm adding this information, because sometimes people do copy paste from the multiple friend circles, and they just do, and they just modify their resume basically. So just try to avoid with your because if you don't have any such a skill, and you are trying to showcase in your resume, and if sometimes entry panel asks you the questions on that topic, so you might lose your confidence there. So just whatever you have a skill set and area basically, you can just handle the interview. So just try to add only those information in the resume, okay. And obviously you should add some real time troubleshootings, whatever you have performed in the your day-to-day activities, okay, in the organizations. It might be from your current organization, it might be from your last organization, okay. Just add for at least 4 5 main troubleshootings whatever you have done, okay. And use a professional format email address. So what is the meaning of this? Basically, sometimes you might I already observe, but you might also observe people create a email address with, something, like abc12345 at the rate gmail.com, or example 12345 at the rate something.com, okay. Or they keep the email address like let's say abc underscore date of birth underscore something or at the rate gmail.com or whatever. So just don't try to create this kind of any unprofessional email address. Basically, just try to keep the shorts and very meaningful email address. Basically, let's say if you as we know, email address is a unique one. If you don't find your name available during the email creation, so you can choose, but uh, create proper email address, okay. Just don't try to add anything different fancy words there, okay. So let's see don'ts part. Basically, so as I said, don't blindly copy content from the chat gpt or ai tools or from a friend circle resume. Basically, whatever the skill set you have, the okay, the experience or the stuffs, basically just add only those information in the cv, okay. Just just don't blindly copy, because sometimes if you ask the chat gpt, just give me the resume format for blah blah number of years of experience. So chat gpt might use their native language from the backend side. They will collect some format from according to their logic, chat gpt or ai to logic, basically. And in that case, you might know there might be any line or something that you haven't worked on that skill set, okay. And during the interview process, if the interview panel asks the questions on that topic, so you will lose their confidence, your confidence, okay. So just don't try to copy blindly, okay. Avoid unnecessary skills or copied content from the other resumes. Basically, I already explained this, okay. So avoid irrelevant information like gender, age, date of birth, marital status, hobbies. So if you are doesn't matter if you are a freshers or experienced candidate, just try to avoid adding this information, because this is not needed basically for the hr team. Until and unless they will ask specifically on the mail thread, basically, then only you should provide this information. Otherwise, in the resume format, you should not add, okay. You should you can avoid these informations. No one will ask you about the gender, age, date of birth, marital status, hobbies, okay. Just try to avoid this information, okay. These are the unnecessary and it will create the lengthy resume, basically, okay. Just try to avoid this information. Yeah, as I said, avoid a long resume, basically 4 5 pages. Just try to cover in the 2 pages only, okay. Avoid spelling and grammar mistakes. Obviously, you should focus on the professional language, right. You can take a help from the chat gpt or google translate. Basically, you can just use, or any other website for the translation, okay. Avoid unprofessional font style and resume format. As I already explained in the do's part, basically just try to avoid any fancy font style or a resume format like fancy images and all the stuffs, okay. Just try to avoid this. And avoid negative language for previous employer, okay. These are the main things. Basically, let's say in the last organization there might be a incident happen with you or your manager no any not follow the ethical manners or something. So just don't add in the resume. Basically, it will give the negative feedback for you, okay. Just try to avoid that. Avoid salary information. Obviously, you should not avoid the current salary and expected salary in the resume, okay. If the hr asks for to in the mail thread, only in that info, in that time only you can give the information, okay. But don't add in the resume, okay. This kind of small mistake might be happen from the freshers candidate, basically, because they don't know the market. So that is the reason I just added this informations, okay. So yeah, don't blindly copy resume. We already covered this part, okay. And don't try to add long skills and roles and responsibility, okay. Just whatever the skill set, main things, trending things in the market, so you can just add in the 2 pages of the resume, okay. Just don't try to write down the any theoretical part in the resume. Basically just add the main bullet points over there. Okay. Yeah, we have this already covered. Just don't try to make a fancy resume and formatting basically. And this is the important steps. Avoid rat racing basically. So if you find your friend circles are copying resume or same pattern, so just try to be unique yourself. Okay. Just be unique basically. Okay. Yeah, in the next section, uh, next section we will cover about the how to create the ATS friendly resume basically for DevOps and cloud engineer. Okay. So in that session I will show you the number of templates from where you can just refer, and how to create the resume basically. Okay, by using chat gpt or any other AI tools. Okay. So that's all for the today's session. So I hope you like the video, and if you have any doubts, comments, okay, please do use comment box. I always motivate you guys to have ask the question in the comment box, so I will try to answer based on your questions basically. Okay. So yeah, let's meet in the next helpful session, which is ATS friendly resume preparation. Okay. Thank you.